Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is James and welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at, yes, another Parnis, and this time it is a Parnis Pilots Watch. Now the exact reference for this is, if I can remember, no I can't remember, I'm sorry guys, so you're going to have to search for it yourself, but it's a homage to the IWC Big Pilot. The price you're looking at for this is around £80 or roughly $100. The movement inside here is a Asian Unitas 6498 manual wind movement. As you can see, it is very nicely decorated in my opinion, and it looks absolutely beautiful. The way we're going to do this review is the same way I do all my reviews, which is cover the basics, go over the pros, go over the cons, and then my conclusion. So let's get into dimensions of this watch. We're looking at about a 46.6mm case size, so very large, just over 15mm right there, so nothing too crazy. It's actually very nice. Now lug size, we are looking at around a 24mm. That is a 24mm right there. Very large lugs again, but for this case size, it matches perfectly. Looking at about 55mm, so very large. So yeah, it is a very large watch, but for a pilot's watch, I guess that's what you come to expect. Now, by the way, it isn't broken. I've just not wound it up yet. I'm saving it for a second, don't worry. But let's give it a weigh and see how much this piece weighs. Okay, we're looking at about 104 grams, so nothing too crazy. It definitely does have some weight to it, but for that kind of size, I guess that's what you come to expect. So the glass it is using is mineral glass, both on the front and for the display back. It does have loom, and the loom, again, is pretty awful. I don't think Parnis have got very good loom at all. I will try and throw up a picture of the loom on screen for you now. It is water resistant to 30 meters, so basically splash proof. And the delay on this movement is ranging anywhere between about 10 seconds to 30 seconds a day for me. Although I'm pretty confident if I move that little bar there to and from until I get the perfect time, it would work, although I've not tried. So let's get into the pros about this watch. It is beautiful. In my opinion, I love the design of this watch. You know, it doesn't have a brand on, it doesn't have Parnis written on the dial, which is just perfect for me in my opinion. It just looks absolutely incredible. I love the hands, I love the sub-seconds on the bottom. You know, you've got this triangle at the top, the numerals are just, oh, it's just, I love it. I love the size of it as well. The finishing to the case, although it's just very basic brushed, I really like it. It's got very subtle hints, you know, with the bezel being polished, and then you've got that beautiful onion crown which just sticks out. Like, look at that. That is mighty. And then, you ready for this wind? You ready to hear this wind? So there you go, guys. You can hear that wind, and it is very loud, which I don't mind at all. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's awful, but it ticks very loud as well. I like it. I like it a lot. And that movement is just, it looks beautiful in my opinion. As we wind it, look at that, just spin round, and you can see where that click is coming from, that it makes so cool. But this movement, the Unitas 6498, is actually a pocket watch movement from the 50s, which I find even more like interesting, to be honest. And I think the overall finish on this movement is very beautiful. You know, they've took some time to add a few little designs here and there. You know, it's definitely not poor polishing or poor finish. You know, it definitely looks great. You can see the movement ticking away in there, just there, which is just, it's absolutely beautiful in my opinion. Like, just to look at, very mesmerizing. Now, I'm glad that they went with 24mm lugs on this watch, because I think it suits the size of this case very well, and it works. It really does work. Again, as I'll mention it again, the sub-seconds and the bottom at the 6 o'clock position just works really well. It's not too large, it's not portraying too much, and you've got the red 60 at the top, which just really finishes it off. And I'm so glad they use the same style hands. Like, it's little details that make a watch that is so cheap and is running it like running on a pretty sort of poor movement just so great. Like, I love it. As I said, the wind just feels so satisfying. Like, you can just tell it is winding. You know, you really get a sense of when it's full. Like, right here, it's getting close to being full. It just tightens up. And let me show it you on my wrist. So this is a 46mm watch on a 6 3/4 inch wrist. I think I can only just pull this off. Like, it is very large on the wrist. and it only just works, in my opinion. You know, it's very large, and I think if you've got smaller wrists than me, I don't think it will work very well. Maybe 6.5 you could pull it off, but it just really depends, because it is a very large watch. Now, the cons of this watch, I think it may have been better as a 44, though that isn't really a con, that's just a suggestion. I'm not too sure if it would be or not. The second con, and again, Parnis seem to make this their common feature because it's where they save money, the strap. This strap is freaking awful. You can probably see in there that it's got like cardboard or something inside. It just feels horrible. Like what is this even made of? Like, it's definitely not leather, is it? Oh, it says genuine leather. It doesn't feel like leather. It just feels cheap, horrible. I reckon after a couple of months of solid use, this strap would just fall apart in your hands. But the cool thing is the clasp. Like, the clasp, at least they've stuck to this sort of big pilot design style with a huge clasp. Another downside to this watch is the loom. You know, it's just terrible. Again, they may have just been able to like not use loom, and I think they'd have had a better watch overall, because the loom is just that bad that I think you're better off without any loom at all. Another downside is mineral glass, but then that's coming into the price range. For the price range, can you expect sapphire? No, I don't think you can at all. 30 meters water resistant. It's a downside, but who the hell is going to take swimming anyway, so I think you should be fine. But 50 would have been nice, maybe even 100 if they could have pushed it, but I think that's asking for a bit too much. But 50 would have been very, very nice. Now, another downside, which I think a lot of people will have is how loud it ticks. Now, if you're in a silent room wearing this, it will literally sound like a bomb on your wrist. So yeah, it is that loud. But I think other than that, other than them cons, I think you're getting such a great watch for the price. I really, really cannot fault this at all. It is just absolutely brilliant. Now, as I said, this one was sent to me by Andy. So thank you very, very much for this gift. This was a donation to the channel, and it is absolutely brilliant. I cannot fault this watch, and I am 100% keeping this one in my collection. Now, for those of you interested in a similar style watch and would like to buy one from me, there is this Garten right here that has got these numerals around the side. It is black. It comes on this black strap, which is actually nicer, as you can tell. Just by looking at it, it's a nicer strap, although it's probably the same, and it uses the exact same movement. So pretty much it's an identical watch, apart from it says Garten on it and it's a different color. The hands are the same, everything's the same. Literally, it's identical. Look, they're brothers and sisters. Apart from this one has numerals on 3 and 9 as well, and it doesn't have 7 and 5, whereas this has 7 and 5. There's some differences. You can see it right here. The triangle's smaller. It says Garten, whereas it says nothing. It's black. Yeah, but other than that, they're pretty much identical. The crown's a bit smaller. So yeah, if you're interested in getting a watch like this, but you want, you know, black, get in contact with me. This one is up for sale, and we can discuss prices and all that good stuff. But there we go. You can see both of the movements ticking away right there. Just beautiful. Honestly, just beautiful. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this review. I think they're great watches for the price, and I cannot fault them based on price. And I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Take care and peace out.